We welcome you back inside the Hank Rice Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, for the women's gold medal game. That's all we have left, our gold medal games. We'll start with the women's. That'll be followed by the men's D gold, the men's C, and then the men's B. Right now we've got the Calgary Vipers to take on the Edmonton Cherry Pickers. And I think they're going to attempt, now that we're into the gold medal games, to play the national anthem. If they can get the system to work, haven't been using it. Calgary versus Edmonton. I could be cliched and say it's the Battle of Alberta. I will not. This is for the gold medal. Edmonton in the black with the red and white trim. The Vipers in the green and black. And we've got the Edmonton Cherry Pickers cheering section to our left again. They've been here for the last few games. Family and friends. And we are underway in this gold medal game. Back behind the goal, Heather Burzens. Couldn't get it out. Out at center, Manti will dump it in. Burzens back to pick it up for Calgary. Burzens lifting it down the floor. It's going to go on goal. Pre-Q. The Pro-Q, rather, will play it in goal for Edmonton. Laura Epp in goal for Calgary. And that's sent down the floor to bring the face-off back down into the Calgary end. We were in Calgary about almost 2 months ago now for the men's and women's A and the men's Masters. Thank the folks from Calgary for their hospitality while we were there, and the same for the folks here in Saskatoon. And I don't want to forget, and I'm afraid I may do this later in the day, I want to thank Scott Parker, the maintenance manager here at this center, for all his help when I arrived on Wednesday to do the setup for these games and made sure we had our internet and our electricity and everything that we needed for webcasting the games for you this week. This makeshift broadcast booth here at center. Able to pull something together and bring you the games. And Scott was a great help. So thank you. Ball in behind the Calgary goal. Newsland couldn't get it out. Kept in by Edmonton. Stevens. So it just kind of goes back and forth right now. Shot wide of the goal by Grant. That shot was blocked. It'll be kept in. Shostak didn't get much on that. Goes to the boards. Nicole LeBlanc. It gets by Shostak. Lineker up at center. Taken there by Samara Wong. Thompson for Calgary gets it into the corner. Ibrahim. That shot drifts wide by right. Bouncing ball swept away by Keller. Edmonton come away. Pass a little bit beyond the reach of Lee. Humphreys forced back into her own end, then reverses it. Kept in. Manti. In for Keller. Turning was Fisterer. She couldn't get a shot away. That was number 22, LeBlanc, that was along the boards for Edmonton. Fisterer behind the goal. Calgary has it. Lamb. And it's cleared down the floor. As they say, not a whole lot in this one yet. 3 minutes, 49 seconds in. Neither team able to get a good scoring chance through the first few minutes. Cleared in front, taken away by Calgary. Off the boards. Down the floor. Racing after it, Kratko. She'll get there first for Edmonton. Calgary player went down. Seems to be shaken up a little bit, but back up, and ProQ will hold on to it. Amy Wright off the boards, clears it down. Krista Thompson has it for Calgary. Thompson got it over to Berzins. Calgary's in over the blue line. They're into the offensive zone. Backhand goes wide. LeBlanc. LeBlanc battling behind the goal. It comes out in front. Calgary couldn't catch up to it. Goes to the boards and down into the corner. Went right through the crease. Stevens will pick it up there for Edmonton. Kara Stevens up to center. That's played in. And that was very close to being at center. But they're saying it'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. Pretty quiet opening 5 minutes of this women's gold medal game. Face-off won by Calgary. Partially fanning on the shot back at the point. It'll be picked off by Edmonton. Dumped in by Mueller. Mueller and Bayer go into the corner. Mueller's got it. Mueller with a backhand. That went off of Emily Gervais of Calgary over to the far boards. Manti, one-timer. Again, blocked by Calgary. Manti trying to get free. She'll drop it back. Long shot in by Keller. Ball is down in the corner. Gervais and Mueller coming in to help out was Bayer. Kept in by Manti. Here's Mueller. She'll just dump it in and Edmonton will get a change. Grant in there looking for it for Edmonton. Grant behind the goal. Runnels couldn't catch up to it. Bayer lifts it down the floor. ProQ comes out to play it. Long pass. Misses her teammate. No flooring. It won't get over the goal line. Good draw weight. pushing and shoving along the boards. One player goes down, ball comes out. And Calgary get it down the floor. Trying to catch up to it, they can't. Now, Serena behind the goal, pinned in against the boards. Edmonton come away. Ball goes up into the mesh and out of play. The faceoff will, I believe, stay in the Edmonton end. That's where it's going to be, to the left of Keeley Pro-Q. LeBlanc couldn't get it at the point. Shot came in. That went wide. Players go crashing in behind the goal. The ball comes loose. Down the floor. The face-off back down into the Edmonton end. 7:45 gone. This is the Women's B gold medal game. Right, long shot in, directed into the corner. Pass back to the point, picked off. Keller. Over to Manti. That's picked off by Gervais, and she lost it. Here's Runnels. Runnels will backhand it in. Epp stays in the goal. Writes on it first, gives it to Runnels. Haley Runnels. Watched by Gervais. Runnels back at the point. Manti across to Keller. Shot was blocked. Manti again. Down to Runnels. She likes to work off that half wall. That time she lost it. Gervais will bring it out. Well, that pass nowhere near their teammate. Runnels will backhand it in and head to the bench. Bayer off the boards, coming off the bench, picking it off was Kratko, and the shot comes in, and the first good scoring chance. Kratko came racing in off the bench, got to that loose ball. Mueller was there, but kept out by Epp. Webb, shot goes over the top of the goal. Mueller pushed off the ball, stays with it. Mueller down in the corner. Heather Berzins is on her. Ball goes behind the net. Humphreys rings it around the boards. Ball squirts out in front, diving to get it free was Emily Berzins. Kratko back in her own end. And that will be a flooring call against Edmonton. We've passed a halfway point of this one. Still tied 0-0. Diving, but unable to get it out was Edmonton. Kept in by Krista Thompson of Calgary. Back to Burzens. Burzens with a shot well wide of the mark. Bounces out in front as it came off the inboards. Cleared out. Courtney Bayer. Pass up the middle, a good one. Now they gain the zone. Shot by Verbeek. Procu's got that. Keller getting away, 2-on-1. Keller kept it, threw it into the crease. Epp is looking around, but it's under her pads. She's got it. She had a little peek. Procu comes out and plays it. Gets it up ahead. Stevens to right, and she put it wide. Great opportunity there for the Cherry Pickers. Keller staying with it. Right again. Her shot. Backhand. Big save by Epp. She stuck out the right pad. Robbed Haley Runnels. Now things begin to open up a little bit. Ibrahim. She stopped as she gets in over the blue line, and Runnels will bring it back out for Edmonton. Runnels getting around the outside of Thompson. Runnels. Thompson stays with her, knocks it off her stick into the corner. Runnels went down. Thompson's got the ball. Over to Bayer. Knocked down by Kratko. She can't move on it. Runnels backhands it in. Kratko to Noga. Noga dumps it down into the corner. Bayer's there first. Calgary can't get it out. It's kicked in by Edmonton. Noga going into the corner with Bayer. Four players in there. Noga gets it free for Grant, but from a very difficult angle. The ball ends up here along the near boards. Mueller, shot. One off of Krista Thompson. Still kept in by Edmonton. Mueller. Lineker puts it towards the goal, played away by Epp. Bayer down the floor. This will not be a flooring. Back to get it, Keller. Long pass. Finds Samira Wong, but she looked up. That pass was right on the mark, and Samira Wong just missed it. Good outlet pass again, missed though. Verbeek. Shot one off Keller to the corner. Verbeek stays with it. Goes in behind the goal. LeBlanc trying to get it out in front. She does. Backhand. That hit the side of the goal. Still loose. Small shot. Again off a leg in behind the goal. Keller. Verbeek is all over her. Shot down the floor. That'll bring about a face-off back in the Edmonton end again. Under 5.5 to go. Still no score. Much like in the women's bronze game. Our first game of the day. That one ended. Neither team able to score in regulation time. Eventually, Saskatoon won it in overtime. So they take the bronze medal. The winner of this one will get the gold. The Procure reaches up, grabs that out of the air. The loser will get the silver. Scramble face-off comes back at the point, held in by Calgary. Thompson puts it towards the goal. That just went a little wide. Back out towards the blue line. Again kept in by Calgary. That was Heather Berzins. And the ball bounces into Procure. She's got it and will hold on. Ball stays in play down in the corner. Edmonton's on it. Chance to move it out. Well, that was from their own side of center. They've been guilty of multiple flooring violations here. We've got 4:43 left to go here in the first. Time for a message from Napper. Long shot in by Thompson, steered away by Procure. Edwards was on the rebound, put it right through the crease. Play right along the boards down below us, tough to see. It's played in, Edmonton with it. They'll clear it out. Berzins gets Stevens all over her. Stevens comes up with it. Yes, the intensity picks up a little bit. Stevens held against the boards by Berzins. Wright comes up with the ball. Back at the point. It's kept in. Lineker. Shot kicked away by Epp. Runnels. Lineker tried the one-timer. She came in off the point. Grant. That hit a stick that was lying there. That was Berzin's stick. She had it knocked out of her hand a minute ago. Runnels trying to step around Thompson. Thompson stays with her. Back to her right, and that missed by about 15 feet. Keller, he'll step into one. That's on net, and Epp makes the save and holds on. Mandy with a shot, scores! Right from the face-off. The opening goal goes to Edmonton, the cherry pickers. Here it is, right from the faceoff. You see Manti, 71. She's in the trigger position. They get the faceoff right to her. Perfectly executed. Great shot. 1-0. Goal comes with about 3:12 to go here, or just to go here in the first period. Cleanly won draw. Proku elects not to cover, tried to poke it away. Didn't get it very far. Now she's in a little bit of trouble, but teammates bail her out and clear it down the floor. That's going to be enough for flooring, I believe. Yes, it is. Humphreys to Berzins. Pfister almost intercepted that at center. Now Calgary will bring it in. Shot cleared away by Proku. Gervais lost it. Edmonton with it. Berzins. Quickly gets it up the floor. Shostak got it to Runnels. Runnels will clear it in. Humphreys gets it around to Ibrahim. Ibrahim will backhand it out. Three players crash in along the boards. And eventually the referee blows the whistle and we get a little bit of pushing and shoving, not a whole lot. Official gets in there and separates the women. Keller turning back. Stevens with room. Shot. Stopped by the defense and cleared. This time it's going to be a flooring call against Calgary. We've got $1:23 left to go in the first period. 1-0 for the Edmonton Cherry Pickers. A goal by Colleen Manti. Runnels back to Manti. Great pass into Keller. Then she had it knocked off her stick. Wright circling the goal. Edmonton pressing here. Runnels with a shot. Hit some of the traffic in front. Amy Wright. Right. Into the slot. Manti with a chance for a second one. Had her stick checked at the last second. And Calgary will send it down the floor. Played back in. Pfister for Edmonton has it along the boards. Back at the point, tried to get it to Webb. Kratko knocked it down but couldn't hold it in. Gervais is on it for Calgary. In over the blue line, just onside. Gervais has it. Down into the corner now for Weaslin. She's knocked down but stays with it. Finally, it's taken away by Kratko. Pfisterer took the pass from Mueller. I was wondering why the whistle went. We've run out of time, lost track of the time clock. 1-0. Edmonton lead this game over Calgary. This is the Women's B gold medal game for the national championship, the National Women's B. We'll take a short 5-minute break and we'll be back with period number 2 of this game. And these are the Canadian Ball Hockey Association Men's BC&D and Women's B National Championships. And we are in sunny, it is beautiful and sunny out today, sunny Saskatoon. 20 minutes of regulation left to be played in this Women's B gold medal game. Right now, Edmonton leading Calgary by a score of 1-0. Right across to Stevens. Just a little bit too much on that. Stevens couldn't make contact. Berzins dumps it in, and then she goes for a spill as she crosses the blue line. Stevens cutting into the middle. Stevens getting in there. Stevens with a shot. Scores! What a solo effort. A penalty was being called on the play. Well, that's not going to happen. Here's Stevens cutting in, and she beats the defense right there. Keeps going. There's the penalty. Flying, diving. Puts it in. 2-0. What a highlight goal by Kara Stevens. Play just outside the blue line. Now it's brought in a little bit further. LeBlanc lost it. Bayer for Calgary. That's kicked to an open wing. Calgary on it first. Ball rolls into Epp. She'll cover it up. Scoring hard to come by. A 2-goal lead. Large at this point. Ball held against the boards. Nobody able to move it. Referee yelling at them to move it. They eventually do. And it's Humphreys. Just gets it out over the red line. Knocked down there by Lineker. Shot back in. Thompson to it first. Ibrahim had it knocked off her stick as she tried to cut into the middle. That comes Amy Wright working against Thompson. Ibrahim got it out to center. Taken there by Manti. To Keller. Keller, long shot, kicked away by Epp. Bank pass taken smartly there by Guzlan. Shot. Save is made by Procu, and Keely Procu has got it. Well, that was a nice bank pass. One of the better scoring chances for Calgary in this game. Kratko. Kept in by Thompson. Verbeek with it for Calgary. Tried to get it out in front, taken away by Kratko, and Kratko takes it and heads straight up the floor. Off the boards for Runnels. Runnels sends it in. They'll head to the bench. At least Kratko where Runnels stays out there. Stolen by Pfisterer. Burzins for Calgary off the boards. That gets out to center, but held in momentarily and then knocked away. Verbeek was all alone on that rush, just plays behind the goal. Now she'll head to the bench. There'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. We'll come back down to our left. Calgary picking up the pace a little bit since giving up that second goal. That had little to no chance of success. Off the boards and down the floor it goes, and then we will come back to the left once again. We'll redo that face-off. Calgary jumped early. Burzins will come in to take it now against Mueller. Mueller wins it into the corner. It's lifted out only as far as center. Kept in by Small. Goes in deep again. Manti reverses it. Keller. Grant. Pass to Mueller. On goal, Epp will cover it up there. As I mentioned, next up we have a gold medal game in the men's D. The Edmonton Knowlton Nashers taking on the Vaughan Saints. That's a flooring call. Number of upsets yesterday in the men's semifinals. A lot of the top seeds going into the playoff round were eliminated. Vaughan Saints were fourth in the men's D. They knocked off the number one seed New Brunswick Mooseheads. The game we had for you yesterday on our webcast. Playing behind the Calgary goal finally comes up along the boards, and Calgary with an opportunity to move it out. Right down below us, beyond the reach of our cameras, we are almost overhanging the arena here. The only location we could come up with, as I say, for our makeshift broadcast booth. It has served us well. That'll go into the Calgary bench. Epp clears it to the corner. Thompson on it first for Calgary. To Bayer. Down the floor it goes, and things have slowed down considerably in the last couple of minutes. Calgary breakout. Verbeek, long shot, easy save for ProQ. Guzlin trying to get it to the front of the goal. She was stopped. Grant kept in at the blue line by Humphreys. Or sorry, at the red line. Floating blue line, you know what I mean. Guzlin turns, shoots it in. Shostak for Edmonton, forced to the corner. Pfister couldn't get it out. Well, that was Amy Wright, 91 at 19. Penalty coming up to Calgary. Bronte Verbeek. Hooking. Edmonton on the power play, leading it 2-0. Big moment if they can score here. There's a shot. Epp with a huge save. Runnels with it again, another shot. That goes behind the goal. Runnels again, scores! Denied the first time, not denied the second time. That was the first shot. Then they get it off the boards. And you see Runnels there at the left, just waiting one time. Back of the goal, 3-0. Timeout called by Calgary. They are now in a deep hole. As I mentioned, goals tough to come by. They haven't had a lot of good scoring chance, and now they find themselves down by 3. So as Calgary goes to the bench to take a timeout, we will be right back. $12:21 to go here in the Women's B gold medal game, national championships in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Timeout is over. Edmonton didn't even bother to go to the bench. They know what they want to do. Calgary comes out now, and we are set to go. That is not what Calgary wanted to do after a timeout. Just send it down the floor weakly. Backhand hit some players in front. Kept in by Manty, and behind the goal, Thompson has it. Pinching in, Fisterer. Knocked down, and Calgary will bring it out. Gervais slipped and fell awkwardly. Hope she's okay. Seems to be. She gets back up. Keller. Shot wide. Grant. To the near boards. Calgary on it first. Serena can't get free along the left boards. They all pile in there. And it is backhanded back in by Humphreys. Keller. Into the feet of Grant. She finds it and clears the zone. Mueller following up on it. Tried to get down in deep. That was picked off. Up at center. Kratko jumps on that. Runnels towards goal. Right on goal. Epp makes the save. Sarah Small to Edwards. She lost it. It's still inside the zone. LeBlanc had to get rid of it. Excuse me. Here's Stevens trying to break in again. She had a beautiful goal a few minutes ago. The second goal for Edmonton. Real solo effort. Play will continue. We're under 10 minutes to go. Friesland, she's knocked down. Penalties coming up. It will go against Edmonton. Laura Lineker will go to the penalty box once Edmonton touches it up. Here they do. Calgary will go to the power play. 9:33 left to go in regulation time. It will go out of play. Berzins back at center. This is Heather Berzins. Shot made by ProQ. Calgary unable to get to the rebound. Goes behind the goal. Manty has it. Kept in by Berzins. She'll center it. No lane to shoot it. One off of Mueller, who was right in front of her. Friesland trying to come off the boards, back at the point. Another shot, save, that time by Emily Berzins. We get the two Berzins back at the point, Heather and Emily. 17 and 27, but ProQ with another save. That's the other problem Calgary has. They haven't generated a lot of offense. And even if you do, you still got Keeley ProQ to deal with. Edmonton clear it. Cleared by Edmonton. Gervais back to get it. Kratko knocked it down and sent it down the floor. .20 seconds left in the power play for Calgary. Comes loose out in front. Scramble in front. Proku's got it between the pads. Time for a message from Napper. That will do it. Power play is now over. One scoring chance for Calgary during their power play. That goes into the penalty box area. Face-off will be just outside the Calgary blue line. Ball in behind the Calgary goal. Mueller trying to get it out in front. Comes to Grant. Thompson was on her. Mueller still working hard behind the goal. That came out right through the crease, missed everybody. Goes to the far boards and it's cleared out. Serena getting in and just couldn't catch up to the ball. Beat the defender, but the ball just got away from her, and Proku comes out and makes the save. Or at least we'll just cover it up. Play will continue in the Calgary zone. Verbeek having trouble, is always makes a funny bounce down along those boards. And unless you've been here all week like we have, you may not be aware of it. You see a little ripple down there. It's just where you go from the high wall to the shorter wall. You come down along the boards, and it'll hit there and sneak out. When it's shot hard around there, it can come right out in the middle of the floor when you think it's going to go around the boards. Backhand doesn't get through. Back at the point, Kratko stepped up. There first, Shostak. The ball went out of play, but very close to too many players on the floor, as Calgary were in the middle of a change. Lamb holding it, putting it into the middle. A chance here for Calgary. Shot went wide. Lamb. Threw it in front. It's tipped. Proku's got it. It's loose. They score. Calgary gets on the board. Lamb did good work, comes back at the point. And there's a scramble in front. Somehow, somebody put it home. And Calgary still alive. Let's see if they can make something happen here. The giveaway at the blue line. There's a shot kicked away by Epp. Played back in behind the goal. Sarah Small. Burzens. Proku comes out and plays it and clears it all the way down into the Calgary end. LeBlanc for Calgary. Around the boards, gets it up to Natasha Serena. Play continues. Verbeek. She stopped as she tried to play it up around the boards to try and get it out. It's kept in, 3.5 to go. Ibrahim. Proku will leave it there for Kratko. Lineker gets it up along the boards to Grant. Pinching in is Thompson. Thompson trying to hold it in. Wright fishing for it. Grant's got it. Wright played it into the corner. Ball's out in front. There's a chance for Calgary. Big save by Proku. She got the left hand out, knocked it down with the glove. Ibrahim. Over into the other corner. Out in front, cleared away by Proku. Thompson. Calgary doing what they can to try and make this a 1-goal game. That hit somebody over at the Edmonton bench. Players go hard to the boards. Referee let it all go. Manti hits it out, shot in, but that's from their own side of the center red line. Burzens didn't get it to center. Not what Calgary wanted there. Had a little bit of momentum going their way. Ball sits right in the circle there, then finally cleared behind the goal. Burzens. Straight up through the floor, touched up, that'll be a high stick, that'll bring the face-off down into the Edmonton end. Do we see Epp getting taken out of the goal yet? Down by 2, 1:55 to go. Face-off deep in Edmonton territory. No indication yet. They elect to leave Epp in the goal. Not sure why. Thompson down for Ibrahim. No indication of it moving at all. Goes down the floor, flooring call. And I think finally they've called Laura Epp to the bench. 142. I have to ask, if you do it at 142, why don't you do it at 155? What's the difference? Anyway, I'm here. I'm not a coach. Mueller racing down after it. Riesling gets there first. Backhands it along the boards. Up through the middle. That was tipped by Ibrahim. No, they're going to say it wasn't, or if it was from her own side of the red line. So Epp will have to go back into the goal now. 1:14 left to go. Little delay as Epp needs to get an adjustment to her equipment. Now she's good to go. Calgary win the faceoff. Down into the corner it goes. Ball is held in there. Edmonton be content to hold that in there as long as they could. Comes out. Kratko gets it in, not deep. Back comes Emily Gervais. Stopped up there, and it's cleared out. Again, the net is empty for Calgary, but time is running out for the Vipers. You can hear the Edmonton fans beginning to celebrate. That shot at the empty net just missed. "15 seconds. Cleared in. The Edmonton Cherry Pickers will be the National Women's B champions for 2021. They defeat the Calgary Vipers by a score of 3-1, and the celebration is on down in the Edmonton end. We will continue with our webcast through the presentations, because in addition to the medals, there'll be some individual awards and, of course, the championship trophy. So we'll stay with this one for now. Elio Pescuzzo, Vice President International for the CBHA, will do the presentations.
Good afternoon, everybody. To everyone, thank you for attending the Women's B Gold Medal match. Let's have a round of applause for a great game by two teams, Calgary Vipers and Edmonton Cherry Pickers. At this time, we would like to present the players of the game for the gold medal game. The player of the game for the Calgary Vipers is number 26, Jamie Gooselane. And the player of the game for the Edmonton Cherry Pickers, number 81, Kelly Brookue. And now we'll commence some awards for the tournament, and followed by the medal presentations and the trophy presentation. For our Women's B 2021 National Championship, the award for the leading scorer of the tournament, we had a tie, both from the Ottawa Sonics, number 91, Chantal St. Laurent, and number 16, Serena Van Hout. Our most valuable defense from the tournament, from the Calgary Vipers, number 17, Heather Merzen. Our most valuable forward for the tournament, from the Edmonton Cherry Pickers, number 91, Amy White. Our most valuable goalie for the 2021 Women's B National Championships, from the Calgary Vipers, number 35, Laura F. And our tournament most valuable player for the 2021 CBHA Women's B National Championships, from the Edmonton Cherry Pickers, number 81, Kelly Brookue. Let's have a round of applause for our award winners of the Women's B National Championships. Now I'd like to take this time to congratulate our silver medalists with a great performance in the tournament, fought hard during the round robin, won 2 games to get here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Calgary Vipers. If the coaches would like to come up and present the medals to the players for a great tournament. And now, we'd like to present and award the gold medals to our champions, our national champions for 2021 in the women's speed division. Ladies and gentlemen, the Edmonton Cherry Pickers. If I could have the coaches come on up and help present the medals to the players. Congratulations, ladies.
Just want to jump in here for just a second as they hand out the gold medals to the Edmonton Cherry Picker. So good to see on the floor receiving her gold medal, Katrina Atchison. She was the player who was injured yesterday afternoon, was taken out of here on a stretcher for precautionary measures, taken to a nearby medical facility. And obviously not playing today, but she's here in the arena, has her jersey on, and receives her gold medal as well. So good to see that she's up and about and is doing okay.
And now, I would ask the captain of the Edmonton Cherry Pickers to please come as we present the championship trophy, emblematic of national championship supremacy in the 2021 National B. Come on up, come and get the trophy, don't be shy. Congratulations, Edmonton Cherry Pickers!
And so as the Edmonton Cherry Pickers celebrate their national championship, it's time for us to take a quick break again. We'll come back. We've got the men's D gold medal game coming up next. Edmonton Knowlton Nashers against the Vaughan Saints. That'll be up in about 7 or 8 minutes from now. So we'll be back with that. We invite you to come back and join us.